Troll 2, the sequel to Troll, Netflix's surprise 2022 monster hit, has officially dropped. And after the original made such a huge splash in the genre, the big question is, did the sequel live up to the first movie? Honestly, yeah, I think it did. While this movie is obviously running on a much smaller budget than anything the Monsterverse is currently cranking out, it kinda sets up what I think could be a perfect blueprint for how the Monsterverse should move forward, and I'll get into that later on. Before we dive in, we've got to talk about the man behind this growing Norwegian monster movement, Roar Uthog. I'm not joking, his name is legit Roar. The director of both Troll and Troll 2 now, Uthog has made it pretty clear that he's not just making a couple of creature features for Netflix, he's trying to build an entire Norwegian kaiju identity. His goal with these movies isn't to copy what already exists, it's to take Norway's myths, landscapes, and tone and fuse them with big-scale blockbuster monster energy. And honestly, I think it's working. He's leaning into Norway's rugged terrain, its mythology, its history with trolls, and even its cultural sense of humor. If Troll was the proof of concept, Troll 2 is the start of something bigger. And if this momentum keeps going, Norway might actually build its own monster franchise that stands shoulder to shoulder with the global giants like Godzilla and Kong. And that's honestly wild to think about. Spoiler warning everyone, let's get to my review of Troll 2 on Netflix right now. Troll 2 picks up 3 years after the events of the first movie, matching the real-world gap between releases. Well, pretty early on in Troll 2, we learned there's more than one troll out there. In fact, we get to see 2 trolls in this movie, and yep, they do throw down. So stay tuned to hear me talk about that. The movie starts with our returning lead, Nora, who's really hit a rough patch in her career lately. Just when it looks like she's completely fallen off, an old friend shows up. Andreas, played again by Kim Jorgensen. He arrives at Nora's cabin during a blizzard. They catch up for a bit, and then he convinces her to take a look at something unusual. What is eventually revealed is a massive new troll, a more barbaric, primal-looking beast compared to the one from the first movie. This troll is frozen in a kind of hibernation, and researchers have built an entire base around it. Of course, here the humans think they have everything under control, and of course, because this is a kaiju movie, they absolutely do not. After that, the troll breaks loose and disappears into Norway's snowy wilderness, kicking off a cascade of chaos that honestly feels inspired by Godzilla -1 in terms of tone and the dramatic build. Nora then reunites with Major Christopher, once again played by Mads Patterson, along with most of the original cast from the first movie. Sigrid's also back in this movie, and now she's together with Andreas, and now the both of them are actually expecting a baby, which becomes extremely important later on in this movie. It's something that really might just hit you right in the feels. The crew then teams up with some new faces to try to stop this new troll, who is far more violent and hostile towards humans. What follows next across this film's roughly hour and 40-minute long runtime is basically classic kaiju cinema in a modern package. We get some great camera work, tight pacing, snappy dialogue, and a ton of visual energy that keeps even the human scenes feeling lively. One of the biggest complaints in monster movies is that the human stuff drags everything down. Somehow, Troll 2 sidesteps that problem entirely. Scenes cut quickly, dialogue stays tight, and the humor, while a bit cheesy and very dad-like at times, kinda reminding me of the original Michael Bay Transformers movies, it actually fits in the movie though. One standout sequence is the troll attacking a winter resort nightclub. Half the crowd pulls out their phones to record as the giant monster rips the roof open. It's simultaneously funny and depressingly realistic. And when the troll starts eating people, the panic hits hard. Eventually, the team discovers they're nowhere near as prepared for another troll attack as they thought, and this forces Nora to reveal their secret weapon, a second troll, the son of the troll from the first movie. This particular troll that they call Beautiful doesn't have the same hatred for humans, so their interactions here hit a little bit closer to some sort of Kong-style communication that we see in the Monsterverse and some of the earlier King Kong movies. That's at least what I would compare it to. And with the introduction of both of these new trolls, here's where some people might feel a little let down. The marketing really leaned into the troll versus troll thing with this movie. And yeah, we do get that, but it's short, surprisingly short, maybe like a minute or so of total screen time of where they're actually fighting. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it actually works kind of well for the story, but if you're expecting a full-on Monsterverse style brawl, you're not gonna get that here. Instead, while they're briefly on the screen actually fighting, the trolls feel huge, heavy, and slow-moving in a way that really sells their scale. More Godzilla 2014 than Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire, if that helps. As we move forward with the story, the movie drops some fantastic lore about the trolls, and this is where I wish the Monsterverse would take some notes. There is zero reason a random Norwegian troll should feel more threatening and mythical than some of the Monsterverse villains, yet here we are! The small bits of puzzle solving and ancient history digging were some of my favorite moments in the movie. These scenes gave weight to what was actually happening in this world. Compare that to GXK's Scar King, where the lore felt rushed and undercooked. In the end, because of this lore, holy water becomes a key weapon against the trolls due to their mythological roots and how it's connected to religion. Towards the end of the movie, a group of townspeople rally in a very -1 inspired sequence, leading to a finale that's good, though not quite as strong as the first movies in my opinion. Without spoiling too much, because I really want you guys to watch this movie even after watching this review, the ending hits hard emotionally, like really hard, way harder than I expected in this type of movie. Unlike a lot of modern blockbusters, looking at you, Monsterverse and Jurassic World, the film isn't afraid to kill off someone important. And because of the pregnancy subplot that I mentioned earlier, one particular moment absolutely punches you in the gut at the end of the movie. I'm just going to prepare you for that now. In the end though, the evil, well, he's probably not even evil, the really mad at humanity troll is defeated. The good troll, beautiful, survives, and all the humans are just left grappling with what they know about these creatures now. After the movie was over, we do get a mid-credits scene that sets up something bigger, possibly a more action-heavy sequel. So if you want Troll 3, now's the time to watch Troll 2 and help make that happen. So here's my final thoughts. Troll 2 is a strong sequel and further proof that Norway has something special going on with these troll kaiju movies. Is Troll 2 an Oscar-level drama like -1? No! Is the limited budget obvious in some spots? Sure. Could you nitpick the heck out of it? Maybe. But I have to say, there are few movies out there that provide a better modern take on the classic kaiju formula. It's got the simple story, high stakes, short runtime, quirky moments, and good military monster mash action. It's not as emotionally rich as Godzilla -1, and not as visually huge as the Monsterverse movies, but it lands perfectly somewhere in between, a great alternative to those franchises, I think. Troll 2 is absolutely worth a watch, especially curled up at home on a cozy December night. And yeah, Troll 3. Let's make it happen, everyone. Share this video around and let everybody know that Troll 2 is out right now on Netflix. If you enjoyed this review, consider subscribing. We've got hundreds of videos just like this. Thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Jacob, and I'll see you in the next one.